slighted him.
And now,
So this is a revenge story.
this is a revenge story for sure, because they have to fight.
Yeah, they're not going to end up making out because obviously they're on different teams.
I mean, depends on what kind of anime you're watching.
I don't.
No, it really does.
I'm out of here.
All right. So for this best of three, we just saw TNC play. They played they had very strong lanes. They knew when to capitalize their advantage. I think they looked really strong.
Mhm.
And they already won these games partially in the draft. So we're going to find out if they can do the same thing for the game to come, as we have game number 1. The draft of game number 1 has started. And we can take a look and see what we are working with. We have, for Fnatic, they ban Night Stalker, Omni Knight, and the TNC Pro Team bans out Bane and Earthshaker. This is actually the first time I think we see Earthshaker banned in the first phase.
I believe that is the case.
Why do you think they do that?
I think that's just respecting Ohio. We've seen him play Earthshaker, I believe actually versus TNC, right, in that first opening series.
I think you are correct.
He had a very tough lane matchup. I forgot what it was, but he won that match, or he did quite okay in that matchup.
Let's see. It was game number 2. And it was Underlord versus Earthshaker.
Yeah. And he did fine, and he got Blink, and then was able to do a lot with it.
The Slaughter ban comes out as well for Fnatic, and the last ban for DNC is the Ogre.
So, very key ban that is not banned out for either of these teams is IO.
Yeah.
Normally, teams going up against TNC takes out IO pretty much every single time. And also, Fnatic, Highlight Die plays a very good IO. But I guess both teams feel like it's not IO, so they don't pick it up.
Undying, the hero of the tournament, or the hero of today, I should say, because yesterday it wasn't that great, but today has been winning a lot of games. Fnatic was able to be victorious with this one earlier against Mineski as well, even though they also lost the game with it, but the last game that they won was with the Undying. And as Highlight I said about that, they just tried to diminish one of the enemy cores to a mere creep rather than it being a hero. So strong harass is the goal. The Tusk gets picked up as well. Another hero that can do really well on the lane.
Charlie, you know how like at a LAN event, I know this is not a LAN event, but like once you get deep enough into a tournament, teams are just like copying each other.
And they sort of develop their own meta.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we're having something like that here.
Yeah, it's also like between these 4 teams,
10 seconds remaining.
something develops amongst all of them. So yeah, for sure. You're seeing a lot of repeats with Undying, Ogre, Tusk.
Puck is the first time we see today.
TNC's turn to bat.
There is the Earth Spirit, DJ's Earth Spirit coming out. You know, the previous series that we saw from Fnatic, it was all about Abed, mostly about Abed. I feel like it's extra important for TNC to try and shut him down, or will they try to capitalize on the other lanes?
No, I think Abed is definitely the key here. I think Fnatic has shown time and time again they prioritize him having a good game, and they sort of let Envy sort of go wherever. Abed's the playmaker. Abed is eventually the person that carries the game, so if I'm TNC, I'm looking to shut down mid.
The thing is, like, mid's going to be a 2v2. I don't think it's going to be... They're not going to leave Abed in an island by himself. So I actually think you could get more out of the map by, let's say, surprise ganking Envy or making Ohio have a tough game. Because Abed's going to get his first at least 5 minutes of farm. Or maybe.
I mean, you can give him a tough time.
Sure.
You can't just... I don't think you can just, when you're facing Fnatic, just say, all right, Abed's going to just do well in the beginning. I think you have to contest that fact.
Put some pressure on him, make him work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Envy's Terrorblade gets banned out. We also have the Lone Druid removed for Raven. So far, at the start of yesterday, I was promised to
10
Slark.
seconds remaining.
I just want to bring that up once more, one final time. This is the last time I'll mention it.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
gonna be game 3. Fnatic's backed into a corner.
Yeah, the
MVP
Slark
picks
comes
up
out.
the Slark.
Ultimate anime.
And they lose in 20 minutes. They pick the Slark.
TNC's
little bit more faith.
turn to pick.
And the Lycan ban. Respect from that previous game Fnatic was watching. I think that's a good call. It was very scary seeing that Lycan. We don't see a lot of Lycan at all. But that previous game definitely made a good case for that
10
hero.
seconds remaining.
I feel like the meta of the last couple of best of 3 has been developed
5
into
seconds remaining.
you're gonna just fight each other a ton. So I'm expecting cores that aren't things like NT or Slark. I'm
Yeah.
expecting cores that are ready to rear up and fight. Like
Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Venge, Razor, that stuff. Life Stealer.
Well, let's see what TNC has in store for us. TNC will also have last pick, by the way, so they've got that up.
Fnatic's
Fnatic.
turn to pick.
And there's the Razor, as you call it. The previous game I already asked, like, what's a good hero against Razor?
I think Brood is actually fine against Razor.
You can also pick up more spell carry heroes that don't care about the static link as much. For example, Death Prophet is a
10
hero that comes to
seconds
mind.
remaining.
You know, when Razor comes up to you, link up, you have Exorcism,
5
and you just
seconds
kind of
remaining.
right click him back. Ghost would just kill him. We did see Abed play once today.
TNC's turn to pick. Queen
Gonna be a
of
Quap instead.
Pain.
Now that is a scary sight. Abed's Queen of Pain almost single-handedly won game 2 against Mineski earlier today.
As I recall, I think that game the Quap was
10 seconds
they didn't have
remaining.
enough control for the queen. And right now TNC is already
5
has
seconds
a puck,
remaining.
which is a good place to start with.
You definitely want more though.
Yep.
Like right now, the other 2 heroes don't offer very much.
Define more. What type of heroes do we need?
Like a
Bat?
Lion, Beastmaster type things.
The Beastmaster band. There is still a place for a support in the pool. So when you mention Lion, I guess you mean a support with lockdown. Good lockdown.
Yes.
Fnatic's turn
When
to pick.
TNC okay, Rubik is
There
fine.
we go.
Rubik has some nice lockdown. Can steal that blink as well, so you can blink after.
The thing I dislike about Rubik in this particular game is that he has issues when
10
heroes
seconds
collapse on top
remaining.
of him. And a lot of Earth Spirit spells are really poor to
5
steal because
seconds remaining.
You need the stone.
you need the stones. So I guess you could kind of use the stone that he has laid out on the map. But
You can
I
still
was
decay.
actually going to suggest something like a Silencer, which is one of Deepan's best hero, or something even like Disruptor, which both have their kit against Queen. But I mean, Rubik, like Charlie mentioned, is just a good initial disable, so can't go too
Solid
wrong.
all around.
Yeah. If you steal Decay, you're actually popping off.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, right?
Or
We-
Cubestone, yeah.
Yeah,
All of them-
Undying has a lot of good spells to
All
steal.
of the spells.
Ironically, Flesh Golem is probably like the worst steal from.
But it looks the coolest. There's something to be said for that as well. As Fnatic is sticking through their bonus time. We are lacking
TNC's
cores,
turn to
and
pick.
Darkseer will be one of them. Ohio Darkseer, I mean, it's a classic shore, and the hero itself, there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem that I see with it is that it's a fairly slow hero.
Oh, dude, Ohio Darkseer, the way he farms on the hero is
Not slow?
not slow at all.
10
Okay.
seconds
Don't be
remaining.
surprised if he is the highest net worth, like by the 15 to 20
5
minute mark.
seconds remaining.
Okay.
He almost always goes for Helm of the Dominator first. And then what he'll do is just like put Iron Shell onto creeps and farm the jungle while his hero farm the lane, or vice versa. Now this is not nothing new. We've seen Ice do that when Helm of the Dominator was purchased by everybody. But he's one of the few players that still do it, and his GPM skyrockets. And of course, you could find creeps that benefit your team. Like, you know, sometimes he'll just like surge in a centaur in the middle of a fight for a stomp. he routinely just one-man combo, vacuum wall, and centaur stomp, and that's your build a wombo combo with Ohio. So that's gonna be the play that I'm looking for.
Right now, if I'm TNC, I don't really see like a big strong threat on the board.
Fnatic's turn to
I think you
ban.
like TNC's draft so far.
No, I'm saying like there's no hero that you have to worry about if you're Fnatic right now.
Oh, like that, okay. Not even the Razor? A little bit?
Not really.
You just run up and kill ya. Take your damage.
I mean, Darkseer's one of
10
those heroes that
seconds
lanes well
remaining.
against Razor, because you're not really afraid of him linking you,
Fnatic's
and you can
turn
surge
to
out of that
pick.
link as well. Queen of Pain is also a fine matchup against Razor. So far, I think you're okay on that front. Like, I don't really see the point of the Razor in this draft right now.
Okay.
Like, there's no Abaddon, there's no Legion.
10 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
We have a Gyro ban and a Medusa ban on the side of
5
both
seconds
TNC and Fnatic.
remaining.
And it is Fnatic's turn to pick something, and they need some physical damage. They need a carry. They need an envy hero. That's why we see the Gyrocopter band. Any envy hero you prefer to see?
I think Faceless Void is a pretty good combo. Pretty good finish with what you got so far. I mean, Fnatic has already got Vacuum and the Earth Spirit Kick, which is kind of the very hard to execute but very flashy combination.
Yeah, but don't you just think that you put a
TNC's
Chronosphere, and if the
turn
static
to
link is there
Weaver.
first, you're gonna get all your damage stolen. But they go for a Weaver in the end.
Weaver into the Rubik. It's the
Into-
Kuchi steal.
Nice.
But another hero that's very resistant to the static link.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of Envy's best hero. It's not really in the meta, but what he does
10
very well on
seconds
this hero
remaining.
is he's already a ratty player, like split push and stuff like
You
that.
may now select your heroes.
And this is a offlane Doom
This is an offline Doom.
counter Envy.
Do you like it?
It's interesting.
Uh,
Doom's gonna have a tough time. What Envy does very well on Weaver is that he applies a ton of pressure, even under the enemy tower.
Yeah.
And I think Doom's zero-based armor is gonna suffer.
I think like Razor just doesn't have a place in this game.
Okay.
Like all the cores on Fnatic are pretty good against it, and then the puck has to do some major lifting, but it's also not like a there's
10
what's
seconds
the point of the puck except some disable? What are you disabling? There's
5
no
seconds
You're
damage.
remaining.
gonna take the damage from Razor, perhaps. But who do you think is gonna take this first game?
Fnatic.
Fnatic.
I like them going Doom to counter Weaver and Quap.
Yeah.
There's too many doomable targets,
Okay.
and as such, I'm gonna go with Fnatic. I think they got the better draft.
I'm going for that Fnatic as well, but purely for the Abbott Queen of Pain, because that was a amazing show earlier today. I hope we can do the same thing again. But let's see. Let's see if we can do that, or if TNC can take the first game over to Olympics Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, the grand final now of the Southeast Asian qualifiers for DreamLeague. And it's looking pretty exciting. We've got Albeg Pop yet again for Fnatic. And the approach from TNC ending with a Doom. They do pick this Razor, which the panel did raise questions about. What do you think?
Yeah, there's no like a real hero like directly counters when they picked it. Sure, they picked Darkseer afterwards, and there is that interaction between the unstable current, which can purge up
Yeah.
the surge in the lane. A little bit hard to actually, like, because it's random time, it's every 5 seconds to actually get that to happen. But if it does, then they can actually kill that Darkseer. So a little bit curious to see why they actually wanted that Razor. Pretty interested in that one, but I do like the Doom pick. I think he can suffer in the lane quite heavily. So,
So apparently there's a pause. I think, what, did someone say there was something wrong with the admin confirming that they all have
said-
TPs? Maybe someone said they didn't have a TP? Oh,
I
wait,
have
yeah.
no TP, but I see one in his inventory as well.
Okay.
See everybody having proper items.
But that's a strange bug.
They said to try it out. They weren't
Yeah.
we might have
okay.
to restart the game, but we'll see what they're gonna.
He
shoot
says he's
right
not got
now.
a TP scroll,
Let's find out.
but we do see it. We check Kubi. Yeah, we
He's
see.
got one.
We see
Yeah,
Kubi.
we've got it. He's good. So we're in the game,
Ah,
and yeah, we saw Abed go crazy on this Queen of Pain. Weaver, a hero that I'm not really crazy fond of because it's like very few situations where you actually can just dominate the game. I think versus like Bat Rider in specific, that's one of the usual instances. But this one, it looks like he could have a pretty nice one. It is versus Puck and Tusk and Rubik though, which do pretty well versus him. But like the panel mentioned, there's a lot of elusive heroes that do need to get doomed up. We'll see how it plays out. TNC looked pretty dominant in the last game though. But my biggest concern is that Razor.
We did have a good game of Raven Raisin earlier, but it was against a very nice lineup to play a Razor again. Well,
yeah.
It's going to be a bit of a different test for Raven.
30 seconds.
A lot of the dictation of this game, I mean, it's an Undying lineup. I think we'll have to see how the early game plays out, how much the Undying can actually make space. Because Tims has had some spectacular ice shards this game. Or this day. Yesterday was, or last game was pretty nice. Listen to me, I can't speak right now. But yeah, last game he had some very nice ice shards coming out, putting in a lot of work. But let's see, mid matchup, we're gonna see some fun coming out here between Abed and Cuckoo.
The battle begins.
We'll see who gets the favorable helpless one in this matchup. As I imagine it will be looked in as a bit of a 2-for-2 with the support rotations.
Cuckoo gets 2 bounty runes, Abed gets 2 bounty runes as well.
Oh, it is on.
It's a straight up even matchup, at least we'll lose at the start here.
I mean, who should
Puck
win
versus
this lane?
Bob.
But oh wait, Envy?
Now it's become a little bit more Puck favored in the recent patches. And now Quap actually has the Blink skilled, which I guess you don't really get Shadow Strike versus a Puck anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, you have a little bit more base damage on the Puck. But it's not gonna be a 1v1 matchup either way. It's gonna be 2 heroes there. And both supports actually missed one of the melee creeps in the block. Dual lanes coming out right away. Gets the first deny. See how it plays out. Ohio pulls the creep wave top, so he'll get a good amount of experience up there, while Raven will last hit nicely under the tower.
And the offlane Doom and the offlane Dogs. 2 offlane heroes that aren't really the most popular anymore. For sure, we still see them time to time, but they're definitely not sort of the tier 1 picks like the Darkseer has been in the past, and Doom maybe a little less so. But who do you think is going to have the stronger offlane game this time around on these heroes?
Ohio for sure.
Yeah.
He has the surge skill level 1, so he can distance himself, and he pulled the creep wave as well, so he got just great experience down there. While you see Sam H, he's struggling to stay in the lane a little bit. Those decays really start adding up. 12 strength already stolen from Pi, and they can start dishing out a decent amount of right-click damage with that.
Yeah, once they have the bug skilled up on Weaver, there's definitely kill potential down that lane for sure. And then trying for the shard block. Get it.
Abed actually chose to skill Shadow Strike in this lane this time around. They're trying to punish if the Puck makes any mistakes, but I believe the first one was dodged out. And already looking to be quite Cuckoo dominant. 7 and 5 to the 3 of Abed. I'm sure that'll start leveling itself out, depending on where the Tusk and the Earth Spirit make their moves.
You get eyes on TNC. Tim. Have a bit of 1v1 here at the moment. High over as well, but 1437's there in response. Trying to lead in. Telekinesis holds back DJ, but Ohio gives 1437 a bit of a rundown.
As soon as Raven starts moving over, Fnatic has to back off.
Yeah. No point sticking around for more. Get yourself back to the lane.
This mid matchup, though, Cuckoo is dominating versus Abed at the moment.
He's had a very good day today, Cuckoo.
Yeah.
In terms of the laning phase.
He had a double. They had a double melee or double range versus
Yeah.
a melee and a ranged in the beginning too. So he had a little bit more of an advantage. But there is that just base damage advantage that comes out from the Puck, and you have the ability to just use your orb to last hit early on. While in comparison, Queen of Pain, you don't really use Scream to last hit until you have a couple levels in it.
And again, these movements from the Tusk. Tim's keeping Abed on his edge.
Yep. Casual right clicks now. Throw the shards. Just make Abed's life miserable. He even eats the damage from the orb. They have to start rotating every single time that Tusk comes middle. Cuckoo getting too much of an advantage already. 12 denies. And he will have the double null finished on top of that magic wand, so even more base damage advantage versus the Queen. How the other lane's looking. Darkseer is last hitting better than the Doom as we expected. Mid, roll committal. You move on to Sam H. Can't commit.
Yes, for both safe lanes, pretty even at the moment. Raven and Envy having okay times against the respective offlaners, as you say so far. Ohio finding a little bit more from the lane than Sam H can.
Yeah, as he should. He's a Darkseer. He's even got the option to jungle a bit better than Doom. They're even getting some stacks out for him. Nice roll there by DJ to stack that camp up. Now they'll both farm that one together. DJ needs levels, so he will get this level 2, so he can start making better rotations. Sam H forced to TP out bottom. The Weaver bugs were committed.
Yeah, what's this? As we said, there would be a few levels on the Weaver. It becomes a very scary lane for the Doom.
Yeah, very low armor hero Doom, so those bugs just really start dishing out a lot of damage.
And still this mid lane. He needs help, Arbed. We're gonna have the boulder smash. It's not enough. Cuckoo just dominant in this mid lane.
The amount of denies is really the big thing. So sure, he has 21 last hits, but 17 denies in
I mean,
the mid hero.
all top lane, roll in from Tim's, coming in with the gank, looking for a higher. He's gone. First blood for Tim's, making the impression on top lane with his Tusk performance.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
TNC looking pretty good in this laning phase so far. The mid lane is just like such a blunder that I think that's like the biggest thing we saw. Like Abed was a big deal for that.
What's the XP difference between the two mids? Is there much about?
I mean, Puck's
What?
halfway to 6,
Yeah.
and Queen of Pain's halfway to 5, so it's a pretty significant amount. They haven't been able to use the Ion Shell with the Earth Spirit yet on the side of Fnatic. Commit from Cuckoo on the mid. He went very aggressive there with the orb. Doesn't have the phase shift now either. Getting committed on. DJ does not have mana for a second spell though.
I mean, that is the thing, as you say. If this puck does get off to a good start, get a good time on the blinking Yules, there is very little way that Fnatic can trap him, and the only time he's ever going to die is if he does make a misplay himself.
Yeah, definitely.
The catch is severely lacking on Fnatic's lineup.
Yeah, Cuckoo and Raven off to an incredibly good start. Sam H also still getting levels down here, which is excellent for himself. He's found the toughness aura from the Wild Wing, but now High and Envy, they make the collapse. Sam H instantly TP's out. Will he be able to survive? He does.
Oh my goodness.
That bonus armor from the aura that he just picked up was pretty much exactly what saved him there.
And that, I mean, I'm a little surprised that Fnatic haven't put more pressure on the Doom and tried to get a kill, because I feel that out of all the lanes, that looks to be the easy kill with the heroes that they have, but the team they've been unable to claim it.
Ohio top. 1 for 3 seconds there. He's got the lift.
TP in from Pilot. I will put them off from going too crazy. Still thinking about it, Raven. With the Eye of the Storm out, he's doing a lot of damage. They're getting very, very, very low on Fnatic, and DJ's gone. Raven.
He wants to continue this.
Yeah, he's salving up. He's looking towards Ohio. Snowballs in. He's trapped up. Shards as well. Double kill for Raven. I mean, we saw that Fnatic, they send 3 heroes up there. They just can't do anything during the Eye of the Storm. It's just too much AoE damage coming through, targeting them. And they don't have any sort of catch other than the Earth Spirit, or any sort of way to punish these sort of plays behind their own tier 1s.
Yeah, DJ's having a very rough start on this Earth Spirit. Still only level 2, unable to find any successful rotations, but now bottom, Sam H has committed. Getting
This could be a kill for sure. Scorched Earth.
Got stick charges though. He should still go down here to the extra kick. Or will he? No.
Oh, he's still in.
It's enough to serve time.
Oh no! Fnatic just can't catch a break.
Dude, it's the toughness aura.
Yeah.
That bonus 3 armor is literally saving in mid lane. Got another committal by Tim.
Oh, that does have a Sonic Wave. He should for sure have at least one of these, and Tim's will go down. So Fnatic get themselves on the ball.
Much needed kill in this early game. Pilot coming in with the response this time around. Cuckoo gonna be going for this tombstone in the mid lane though. Big bonus gold for him if he's able to get that last hit.
Some disconnects from Fnatic.
Yep.
Nothing to be said. Maybe just looking for the quick reconnect. But yeah, so far, CS as well, it's looking like a hot start for TNC.
Yeah, I mean, Abed is getting heavily shut down. He is 1,900 net worth to the 3,000 of the Puck, and then Razor as well, since he got that double kill, 4K net worth to the 3,400 of the Weaver. So the Razor pick, they're making it work already. It's having that very self-sufficient hero that doesn't really rely too much on many other heroes having to be there. 1437 just been pulling for the most part, wrapping around from the sides, and Arcane Boots already finished on Rubik at this early in the game is very nice.
That's going to allow a lot of good stuff to come out from these movements. And,
Yeah, they were the
much
panel
more than DJs.
The panel was mentioning too how he's got Shikuchi steal. Shikuchi is probably one of the better spells you can steal in majority of games. It's very low cooldown positioning. It's excellent.
Shikuchi, Blink, Surge, Rock. There's a lot of positioning spells for Rubik to steal.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Tombstone can be very nice.
It is a bit of a dream game for the Rubik, that is for sure.
Earth Spirit spells are pretty awful, but you never really steal from them. You just steal from everybody else, and you can get some decent stuff.
Yeah, if you go with anyone else, I don't know what would potentially be the worst spell out of all the rest. There's not really. It doesn't really feel like there is one. Maybe
Shadow
even
Strike.
I mean, I guess because it's normally low level.
Yeah.
True. That's probably going to be the worst once he hits 6.
Yeah. Everything else is pretty decent. Like Shadow Strike and Decay, I would say, are probably the worst ones that you can steal from them. But
is Decay not any good?
Decay's Decay's. You want something bigger than that.
I mean, you got the manas to spam it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Definitely potential for some big Rubik plays.
Yeah, he pretty much just never steal from Earth Spirit. Sam H. We'll be getting level 6 pretty soon on the Doom, and that'll be really nice if they can actually get like a smoke up and go for the Weaver. They have really good ways to kill him. Envy, of course, will be rushing that Lincoln Sphere on Weaver to be able to block that.
Apologies for this pause. Looks like Fnatic do have some issues at the moment.
Yeah, they just said Kale.
And he's back in. And he's back out.
And he's gone again.
He's gone again.
So my concern, Fnatic, is the Earth Spirit unable to really find nice rotations in this laning phase, and they're running a dual melee support with an Undying. So the early game is extremely important. Even Pi said himself, he's like, you need to have a good early game on this hero, otherwise it's pretty tough to play.
On his best Pi, but as we've seen, it's hard for him to really find a lane to have huge impact.
Yeah.
At the draft that TNC managed to slide through. And the Razor so far, we sort of wondered strength for being, as it seems, it's just the fact that it can get a way of running at heroes, and there is not that many ways to hold him back.
Yeah, they've got the good lockdown for him to just be a menace in the game too.
Yeah.
They've got the Snowball to make sure he can always catch up. Snowball save as well. Puck coil working with Razor very nicely. You always get your static link off on top of your Eye of the Storm focusing somebody.
And he's back.
He's back. So here we go.
The action back off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the rest of TNC versus Fnatic.
Cuckoo the big standout though so far. Another pause though. Seems like we're having some issues coming out for Fnatic. They're just getting spikes, lag spikes.
Envy, please. What is wrong with the internet?
Looks like, it looks like TNC wants to set up a kill here on top for Ohio. They're pinging it out like crazy. They know that he's cutting the wave. He does not have his TP up either. We'll see if we have rotations come out from TNC to punish that. Mid lane, Tim's TPs, fills Cuckoo's bottle, and they'll continue that pressure onto Abed, non-stop throwing shards at him. Trying to push Ohio out of the lane. Envy does have the Perseverance finish, so as you said, he will rush that Lincoln's versus a Doom. Abed has not... Abed very shut down though, as we mentioned several times. No bottle on him. He has solid disadvantage versus the Puck. Puck now level 8, Abed level 6. They're looking to set up a kill down bottom. Onto Sam H, smoked up with Abed and with DJ.
Gorge Turf has been used, but even with that, with the two of them, they're going to have to get a double disable if they want to try. Here we go, looking for the roll, and DK, that's the one. That's exactly what they needed. A two-man boulder smash to set up for Abed. Double kill. That's a big play there for DJ, as we said earlier. Had a bit of a slow start, but that involvement and that play as a team is going to kick him back into the game.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Rotation coming down.
Envy, level 8. Weaver. Starting between getting the Lincolns or getting the treads on the way.
TP from Envy. He's trying to put pressure on the top. They're looking for Tims. He's got the Shikuchi, got the bugs. Tims has Snowball, but does not have shards up. He is looking pretty dead. And we see the puck coil mid. They're going for Abed as well.
Tims trying to roll away. Cuckoo falling very low, so is Abed. He's got the face shift. Abed jumps forward and with the scream. It's enough burst to get the kill. Tims still on a retreat, but Envy will chase him down. Oh no!
The static link reduced damage. The neutral creeps get the deny on Tims. Wow. But they do lose Cuckoo. That is a very big kill coming
Who got
out
the
from
money
Abed.
for that one? Abed did, didn't he? Always down to the clock. Bottom lane, push coming in onto Pi. As he is doomed, literally. Pi is dead. Raven and StamH move in. They may be able to put some pressure onto this tier 1. Same time, Envy and Abed pushing in on the mid lane. Cuckoo back to the tier 1 mid. Oh, Abed, he gets out in this room, baby. He is out of there.
Having just enough wand charges to save him there. Almost clutch play coming out from 1437 and Cuckoo. Bottom, they throw the Doom out, I think just because we want to secure this tower. I think Pi is probably like, you know what, at least I ate the Doom, but yeah, TNC mostly want to just pressure that tower and taking it down. And 3k gold advantage for them now, even though they've hemorrhaged a couple kills just now.
Oh,
Ohio.
Tims.
They're looking for Tims.
Oh no, maybe looking for Ohio. They got the surge. Maybe if he managed to get the Iron Shell. Could be nice.
Bottom, heavy rotations coming down.
Oh, Sam is deep.
Yeah, Weaver's porting down too.
Oh, Envy gets the bugs onto both of them. He focuses towards Sam. Sam tries for the TP out, but the Sonic Wave means that he ain't going nowhere. That's Sam H down. Chasing as well for Raven. This would be a big kill if they can get it. Looks like Envy's going to hold back. Not content with diving any further as he's worried about backup coming in for TNC.
Very nice. Like a Fnatic still a bit behind, but in the last few minutes they've made a lot of big moves. The Queen of Pain, who was so heavily shut down in laning phase, is 5-0.
Raven?
Oh, I guess Pi committed up there.
He did.
He was I guess he was putting a ward down, it looks like. And Raven just was able to close the gap on him with the link. Playing on Dying versus Razor is not very fun. And yeah, the Hood already finished up on Raven. He's queued up the Shiva's Guard just like last game, going for that similar item build. Wanting some armor to be able to deal with that Weaver, even though he already has pretty high armor. And now Smoke, Cuckoo, and 1437. They're looking for Ohio. And they should be able to find him here.
Here we go. Quick lead in. Telekinesis down into the silence. Snowball from Tims. And Ohio is trapped and murdered. 4k gold lead now for TNC, getting quite the lead. Raven is just, he's blowing everyone away. 7k.
He's so farmed.
That's crazy. I mean, he is, what, 302?
302 and 91 last hits is the big thing there. He's been farming like a champ.
So some of the best, as I say, I always remember just seeing bad Razor performances. But Ravens today have been some of the best I've seen in a long while. Very, very solid.
Mid lane, they're looking to collapse. Pi will be the culprit.
I mean, just look, and then, yeah, Razor's gonna be there.
Yep, and
he's
they're gonna
always
go for the tower.
in position to fight with the team. And it's getting pretty crazy now. Very early on.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're really putting the pressure to close the map a bit, just to get some control versus Fnatic's lineup. They're already gonna have 3 towers in comparison to the 0 that Fnatic has been taking, and Fnatic hasn't really put some pressure on any of the towers either.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Very deep aggressive wards coming out too from TNC, as you see.
Radiant's
Watching
middle
all
tower
of the
is under attack.
respective avenues from to bottom lane and to mid lane, so they will see all those movements. So top lane, maybe they'll abandon that one in a short while. Just the warding would tell me that.
Dire's courier.
Envy does find a courier snipe.
Dire's bottom
All right,
tower
didn't have
is
anything
under
on, but
attack.
courier's a courier.
Yep, some gold. So they will see that the Queen of Pain is rushing Orchid now, since the double stage is masking the inventory. So I would imagine that Cuckoo goes for Blink and Yules as fast as possible on that puck. Top, SMH. Might go down here. Everybody from Fnatic making their way up there.
Roll's gonna miss, gets the silence.
TP's coming out.
TP's and Sam off. Actually able to get the Doom off on the Quap, keeping Arbed out of the fight. They turn towards DJ, trapped in the tree line. And the Tombstone was actually offered up as well, so they'll be able to farm that.
Is under attack.
TNC with quick reactions.
Look at Ohio. Just creating space. That Ion Shell will kill some of that creep wave as well that he placed earlier. TNC's warding. Look at how aggressive they have been. While we look at Fnatic, they only have that one ward that Pi placed with his suicide earlier. TNC 5k gold ahead already though.
Fnatic. Their lineup, they need Queen of Pain, they need Arbed to work into this sort of fun. So far he's doing very well himself. He's what? 5-0-0 on the quad.
Yeah.
Very clean. He has turned up each and every time with the Sonic Wave and put a stop. Pushes that TNC have been making.
Gets the Orchid at a good timing too. That's where we could see him just get a lot of snowball kills onto the puck or onto the supports from the side of TNC. Raven is definitely an issue though. He's going to have Shiva's guard finished up in a short while. He's already going to have one of the big pieces if he wants to pick up the Mystic Staff. In mid, TNC starting to knock at the front door. Sam H looks like he's saving for a Blink Dagger or some kind of gap closing item so he can get on top of that Weaver. Bottom, Raven, Envy's trying to put some pressure onto him here. He's got the mana break talent as well, so he's amount of damage, and Raven just he's out to the shrine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But look at his mid tower, the tier 2 getting pretty low already. TNC putting a lot of pressure. This tower's just gonna die.
Radiant's middle
16
tower
minutes
has
in.
fallen.
Yeah, big tower advantage.
And that's, I mean, you look at TNC's lineup and it's not really a big tower pushing lineup
No.
in terms of hitting towers. At this stage, you know, without sort of the Ags and the Rays and such, you know, having this lineup early on, you don't expect them to necessarily be taking tier 2s from the mid lane at 17 minutes.
Oh, Envy's got to be careful. Everybody's starting to close the gap on him here. Does have TPs available. Trying to go to the safest place possible. So look at this. TNC, they might just transition this into a bottom top lane though. Cuckoo is silent. Centaur creep, trying to close the gap, but Cuckoo is fine.
Oh, and he's ready to turn. Dream call onto DJ, 1437 comes in and Cuckoo jumps in for the kill.
And he'll get the Centaur creep. Even more gold.
Dire's middle
And
tower
Blink is
is
finished.
under
Now they can
attack.
start looking to go for the Queen of Pain or to go for the Weaver with that Blink on the puck. And top, like I was mentioning, TNC, they're taking another tier 2 already. It's 15
Oh, I
minutes.
bet. That's an easy one. They do get the kill, but as you say, it's the structures that are the worrying thing now for Fnatic. Losing so much of their map, and they're gaining so little of the map of TNC. They've only taken one tier 1 so far.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He might be able to get the mid, but Raven is starting to rotate down there already. I mean, he's got plate, no, he's got the Mystic Step. He pretty much has Shiva's done on this Razor. It's 18
And
minutes.
he's massive.
Phase, Drum, Hood, Shiva's, that is pretty absurd
I mean,
how quick he's got
Yeah,
it.
he's big to the point that I think you're only taking down Raven if you have the Sonic Wave available. Without the Sonic Wave, I just don't see the damage being there.
Yeah. And okay, so Sam H went for a Shadow Blade instead of the Blink. So just some kind of gap closer is what I was saying, and he can actually go for that pretty easily. If any of the cores are found, he will be able to get that kill on them. Abed does have Orchid finished up now though for Fnatic, so that's a pretty good timing for him to be able to find anyone since there's no Yule Scepter just yet on the puck. But that is the next item on the docket for Cuckoo.
Yeah, and the Shadowblade Doom, as you say, good against the cores, and more
Yep.
specifically a great way of punishing the Orchid Rush on the quad. So they are going to have to keep their detection, their sentries up all around if they want to allow this quad to make aggressive plays without worrying about the Doom coming in.
Envy does have Lincoln's finished up at least though, so he can more than likely survive since he can block that Doom, unless someone else is able to break it, of course.
Cuckoo in the mid, ready to jump.
Radiant
Have the
are
Dream
scanning.
coil. No one comes around. Team are relatively close. He'll just jump in. high.
He was there.
He's his backup. Here it is, Sam. Comes in with the Doom. The Sonic Wave came out, and with the quad Dooms, he's in so much trouble, Abed. Rush punch finishes him off, and this puck, he's staying alive. Cuckoo gets out. The bait play pays off. What a beautiful play. I mean, Cuckoo, you saw him messing around there. TNC, though, were close enough to come in. The Shadow Blade from Sam H doing absolute work there. Abed did not expect this sudden Doom to come in like that. And now they're knocking on tier 3s.
TNC's looking incredibly good right now. They're not really allowing Fnatic to get much off the map, as you were mentioning previously.
They've just got such a good, you know, an executable game planning. They know what they would need to do, and they're absolutely doing it. Fnatic, they're a little bit all over the place. Sort of knee-jerk reactions to the plays that TNC are making, and not really trying to go for anything of their own.
Yeah, I think it's because like how the laning phase happened when they have an Undying. They're like, okay, we don't really have catch for this puck. This Razor's too big for us to kill, and Sam H has kind of been off the map for quite a while now. With the Shadow Blade finished, on top of that now he's got Drum too. So he's keeping up a good pace since he maxed that Devour, of course. Keeping up with the farm of the Darks here, even though Ohio, we've been seeing him farming with the Ion Shell, like Lumi was mentioning. He's spamming Ion Shell and Wave, spamming Ion Shell on his dominated creep and farming as much as possible, but still TNC pulling so far ahead because of all this tower advantage and map control. Fnatic though, they're looking to get on the aggressive. They know Doom is on cooldown, trying to take advantage of that. TNC, the 3 cores are together.
Yep. And they're big and they're tanky.
They're all grouping up now too.
There we go. Oh, they do get the dust out. Boulder Smash is going to miss, so Sam H will be fine for now. Cuckoo jumping in with a 3-match Dream Coil into the snowball forward from Tim's. They've taken 1. Abed falling low. Bait Bolt finishes him off from 40-37. They've lost 2 on Fnatic and maybe even more. Ohio, he's surrounded. He's trying to run himself out of there. They'll chase him down. Raven was looked towards by DJ. DJ couldn't quite finish off the kill. Ohio finally goes down. TNC getting 3. Cuckoo with the quick blink jump Dream Coil.
And they see Envy there. They have a ward on the high ground.
Oh, Envy. He's been caught out. The silence connects. The stun from the snowball guarantees them a 4th.
That was absolutely
TNC.
perfect by Cuckoo. That silence Dream Coil. Oh my god. That's a 5-for-0 wipe. Now they're 12k gold ahead, and they read that movement absolutely perfectly. You saw the Tusk TP'd into the shrine.
Yeah, it was
everybody collapsed so quickly. And now they still have Doom. They didn't even have to use. I mean, the Doom wasn't even up during that engagement.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dream Coil will be up again also in 5 seconds, and TNC looking to take that last tier 2, last outer tower. Absolutely incredible read of the map there. Abed has to go for BKB now. He had the Lincolns queued up, but I think after getting silenced and coiled like that, he realizes he needs just that straight magic immunity, which will let him always get doomed out if TNC does see him. And they're getting all of their big items already now on TNC. Yule Scepter being flown out to the puck. 1437 has a Yule's, Tim's has a mech. The supports on the side of TNC are absolutely massive. This is really grim looking for Fnatic at the moment. They have to find something to be able to take a fight here, but just still unable to do so.
And I mean, it just feels like that Envy's Weaver, this hero has just struggled to have any sort of impact on this game.
Yeah.
Doom and Razor, these are 2 massive cores now, and once they get ahead of you, you just really struggle with having the damage to bring them down.
Yeah. They might be able to find Sam H up here if they commit onto it, but no, they're actually going into the pit, but there's a Sigil already going in to scout them. Uh-oh, Fnatic, they're not going to bring this down in time. TNC's going to respond.
They can't go for this play. They have to bail.
Pi might pay with his life here. Don't commit just yet. TNC is all in the area.
TNC back to pushing. They know that with the speed that they can push now, it's unlikely that Fnatic will try for a Roshan if their high ground's being threatened. It will be a very, very risky play for Fnatic to do it. Oh, he's got the TP cancelled. DJ is not going to be back for this defense. Abed's actually up here as well. It will get the deny onto DJ. DJ's down for 30 though, and TNC, they're into the base. They're taking the tier 3s, they're knocking on the melee racks, 24 minutes in. Can they finish off this melee racks? Buyback's going to be there for DJ. That's all they came for. They'll back off, they're happy with that one. Shadowblade 4 from Sam H. Fnatic are trying to lead in on this. They want to fight. Tunes pops the dust. Quick time that's from Envy, takes him out of harm's way.
Fnatic can't take the fight outside the base like that. They had to expend the buyback from DJ there to try to get the combo with the Darkseer, because that's their only really big team fight, but further and further do they fall behind. 16,000 gold lead for TNC, 15,000 experience. TNC just making all the right moves this game.
I really don't know how they turn this one around. This is looking to be like one of those games we had yesterday where at this point it's incredibly hard to see how on earth you bring this one back as the team behind by quite a large portion.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't really see. I think the only way they can take a fight is if they some incredible vacuum combo with the Earth Spirit, and even then, it's really tough for them. Cuckoo, instant blink away as soon as they start to commit on him. Full BKB finished on Raven now, and looking at Fnatic's physical damage, it's not there. Weaver does not do high physical as a hero. Takes him a lot of items for him to really be able to do that.
Double harm shall I deal?
Has queued up the Deso, but don't know if that'll even help the problem that is happening inside of the fights. Ohio did expend the wall in the mid lane. I think TNC might try to catch something here. They look for DJ.
Check it out.
Kugu didn't use the Yules offensively to stop the TP. I guess he was a little bit afraid of where the positioning of the fight was. Roche is available if they want to try to commit for it here. They don't really have anything like a Solar Crest to go kill it quickly though. And Razor does not hit Roshan. Not very well.
So about the accident, it's this BKB hook build saying that they can certainly sort of go for the high ground push, but I don't think they'll be feeling any sort of pressure at the moment, TNC, as they are so far ahead. What can Fnatic do? 3 cores at the top. What that net worth on TNC's side?
I mean, the Rubik has almost got the same net worth as the Darkseer and the Queen of Pain. Yeah. 1437 has the Solar Crest queued up, so that's the indicator that they want to go for the Roshan. And look at this item by Sam H. S and Y on Doom. He wants to be a damage dealer as well. He wants to be able to transition.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So scary for Fnatic. And look at what Envy has queued up. That's how desperate they're feeling on this Weaver.
No.
Oh yeah. Envy has queued up Divine Rapier on Weaver.
Oh boy. If he gets it, which is a big if, because I don't know if he's I mean, maybe he'll get it.
I don't even think that'll help him versus TNC. Like TNC's just farming the whole map while you see
it is a
Fnatic farming
rapier.
nothing.
That's a lot of damage.
Sure. Maybe Rapier and Roshan, that's their win condition.
Oh, bad.
He's dead. Sam H.
Oh, these jukes.
Getting juked a bit, but now he's found him. Oh, and okay, and 1437 steals Blink. He's got Solar Crest as well. That might be the go time for Roshan from TNC.
I think it definitely will be. Take Roche and try and push the issue. That's a quap down for 45 seconds. Envy. Will he get? Oh.
Gets the barrier too.
That might make things a bit tricky if he wants to try and get up that relic. But they're into the pit, as expected. And they'll get this Roche.
I'm not seeing a way back into this for Fnatic.
Dude, Envy's buying a rapier.
I don't think that's a way back, man. I think they just they have a massive damage problem. And losing the early game so hard with an Undying, they don't have great ways to come back into the game. Like I said, I think they need like perfect vacuum combos with the Earth Spirit. And even then, there's already like mech and stuff on the Tusk. They have no field as well, even though no field's activated aggressively at the moment. They have so many different ways to mitigate Fnatic's damage. Envy is literally the only physical damage dealer. Everything else is magical.
I just really want to see him get it. I just feel like we're not going to see him actually get it.
I don't think he'll get it.
I don't think he's going to get it in time.
He's trying.
Like-
Look at the places he's farming. He's farming the enemy jungle, just trying his best here. Oh, a courier.
Oh, Courier. Envy. Oh,
he
he was
gets
a
him.
little slow on that.
He got
Oh,
the hit,
hello, he's got it.
He's got it anyway.
Ah, he's got it.
Killed.
I wonder if they clicked on him and saw Demon Edge. They're probably like, wait, what?
More money for the Rapier Fund.
Radiant's top shrine. is under
22k,
attack.
21k behind. TNC have just been absolutely owning it today.
Abed bottom. Does he show himself? He has shown himself. TNC is there. A couple heroes to snowball.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Unable to get the lift off though. And he does get it.
What a shot. Tim's getting that vision.
He's got another blink. Abed
Excuse
pauses.
me? Now that is BM. I mean, does he get out of this?
He has no TP. He can blink.
He can blink.
He can
but
blink
that's-
down, but there's already a Razor coming down. Oh, Dota crashed. But yeah, this is looking, this is looking pretty much impossible. It's a 22,000 gold lead,
22,000.
22,000 experience
30
lead.
minutes in. Wow.
And there's a Doom on the enemy team. Yeah, it's grim.
Playing it nice. TNC.
Yeah, they made all the right moves. They took very early towers. They got down deep wards aggressively, and they were able to take a majority of the fights. Fnatic is ready to go, but TNC for a moment.
Oh, did it? Okay.
So Abed, can he survive? That wasn't offensive
Well-
heals used on him there.
As you say, well, he's got the blink.
Yep.
He can silence one.
Sure. There's
So-
Guardian Greaves on the Tusk. So
I think he
remove
can,
his silence.
he can live it right. If he gets in the trees, they won't be able to find him.
He's got no TP though, and Razor's coming. They can just try looking for him. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gets the silence on the Rubik, blinks down. Raven's there though, and
There we go, you're
gets the kill. Yep.
Razor does it. Razor does it.
Dire's middle
Oh, Envy's got an illusion room. That'll help with the money.
He's looking for the mid tower, but there's still a glyph fortification.
Oh no, is he getting out? Oh, is it? Oh, the dream cold dodge, but he may still be
but
dead. Oh no.
I have found him anyway.
Oh.
The crit from Sam H to finish the deal with the Inferno Blade.
The dreams of a rapier slowly fading.
Perfect time to push as well for TNC. Double siege units, 30 minutes. If they try to go for it here, but nope. And first, they're gonna go for a pick off here. They find DJ, and he looks very dead. The nuke damage from the aggressive null field plus the veil. Tons of damage. And with Alpha Wolf Aura, they go for the high ground push. And Aghanim's is queued up on Raven to seal the deal. But this one, I think this one's in the bag, Owen.
Yeah, this is looking like some of the one-sided games we had on one of the SDA region.
Yeah.
Just a complete outclass in this game one as it's been. Alright, he's gone. They've got the back wall. There is no follow. They're looking for a sonic wave. Hits onto a couple. Got buyback available on higher. They will have maybe one more fight as a full 5-man. Nah, okay, with the ult's gone there. They'll just call it a GG is called. Fnatic tap out. TNC take game one here. And it wasn't a close one. It was not a close one at all. That was TNC just utter dominance.
Very methodical play. Shutting down Abed in the mid lane seemed to work incredibly well.
Yeah.
Sam H got left to his own devices, but he caught up very nicely on the Doom. But the fact that Quap was just so shut down, they claimed themselves early tier 1s, they claimed very early map control, and Raven